Well, what's up, guys? It's Petite Kitty Pie here, coming at you with some book reviews tonight. And this is for none other than my indie author spotlight, Miss Trinity Slain, and her books Hint of Red and Burning Red, part of her Red Legacies. Now, Hint of Red is the prequel that starts before the series, and Burning Red is book one. Her second book, Embers of Red, comes out in October of 2025, and that is officially book two. So let's dive in. I'm going to do the review first for Hint of Red. Okay, so Hint of Red gave you the perfect taste of what to expect going into Red Legacies. So it was a very short little prequel, but it set the perfect tone. The writing style was great, and it alluded with what was to come. I hope to see what happens to Jax and his lovely lady, and who his mysterious neighbor is. I went diving straight into Burning Red after reading that. It was a solid 5-star little prequel for me. And there is some spice, so I gave it about 2 chili pepper on the spice scale. And then right into Burning Red. So again, let me start by saying I actually read the prequel first. And in doing so, a lot of the world building that went into Burning Red was a little redundant and a little much for me. So let me set the tone with that. That being said, though, it was still a great book. And I'm really looking forward to the next book in the series, which again is Embers of Red, releasing in October 2025. This is a different, unique take, guys, on paranormal romance / thrillers. It gave me definite Resident Evil vibes, like Umbrella Corporation, that kind of thing, which I loved because these are all created monsters through genetic tampering. And if you know anything about me as a person, I have a scientific background, so that spoke to me very much. Garen, our MMC, has been tortured, experimented on, and held captive for years. So long that he's forgotten his own name, who he is, all that kind of stuff. He's being kept in a facility by the family that's the big bad in the book. You got to read. It's only when Jackson, the MMC from Hint of Red, who I call Jax, is put in the facility that changes start to happen and things start to happen. Because Jax went in looking to figure out what this family was doing. And Jack started trying to communicate with his neighbor. And they communicated through the ventilation system. And his neighbor happened to be Garen. And Jax was talking about how things were, what the town was like, the people that were closest to him, all different kind of things, forming an escape plan, that kind of stuff. And one of the things he mentioned was his sister Maxine. And that's where our FMC comes in. Now, Maxine has some really fierce emotions. And her brother's been missing for months at this point. And she knew what he was looking into. So just know that going in. And the book is told from a multi-person POV, and I'd say about the first 30% of the book is world building, so be prepared for that before the main characters actually meet, meaning Garen and Maxine. Once they do meet, though, the chemistry is there, the spice is there, all the elements come into play. Chef's kiss. Both of these characters obviously have a lot of trauma to overcome. The serum itself is called the Red, hence the title. And I like that it gave every subject that was exposed to it something different. Okay. I won't say more on that. But it also has some unique potential side effects. So make sure you check those trigger warnings before you dive in. All that being said, I'm going to say Burning Red was a strong 4-star for me. And I would give it about a 3.5 on the chili pepper scale. Really eagerly anticipating book 2, Embers of Red. If you guys haven't checked out Trinity's books, please do. They are on KU. I have Schminks in my Schmink tree and my Schmio for them. And today is the last day to enter the Schmibby that I have pinned to the top of my page. So make sure you check that out and enter. It is cross-platform, so scoot on over to the IG if you want to enter there to double your chances to win. All right, guys, talk to you later. Hope you enjoyed the review. Bye.